Qasim, the nephew of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, wrote a letter written by his father Imam Hassan alayhi salam before his death. He gave it to Hussein and the Imam started to cry. And what did he read? He read, "My brother Hussein, a day will come when Islam will need to be saved by sacrifice, and I will not be alive on that day. Instead, my son Qasim will be there. It is my wish that Qasim should represent me on that day."
The Imam asked his nephew, "How do you see death?" Qasim replied, "O uncle, in your way, death is sweeter than honey." With tears in his eyes, Imam al-Hussein dressed Qasim with Imam Hassan's cloak and turban. He kept tearing up as he saw the strong resemblance of his brother al-Mujtaba in the young Qasim. Qasim was so young that his sword touched the ground as he walked. The young fighter entered the battlefield with a loud voice.
إن تنكروني فأنا شبل الحسن صبت النبي المصطفى والمؤتمن هذا حسين كالأسير المرتهن بين أناس لاصقوا صوب المزن.
Despite his young age, Qasim fought a battle history will never forget. The enemies could not defeat him, which prompted one of Yazid's soldiers to cowardly sneak up from behind and strike Qasim on his head while he was tending to his sandal. Hearing his cries for help, Imam Hussein rushed to him and fought the enemies to clear a path for him. When the enemies retreated, Hussein saw that his nephew Qasim was not in one piece. The horses of Banu Umayyah had trampled upon Qasim to such an extent that they tore his body to pieces. With a heavy and shattered heart, Imam Hussein took pieces of his clothing and placed it onto the ground. And then he began to gather pieces of his nephew's body and place it within the abba. Then he would take this back to the tent. The mother of Qasim would come forward. She would say, "Ya Aba Abdullah, you brought back the body of Ali al-Akbar, and where is the body of my son Qasim?" Aba Abdullah would begin to cry. He would point down towards the ground and he would say, "O Farwa, look down, these pieces that I see before you, this is your Qasim."